Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. It's great to be here. As always, you're watching the VSO Gun Channel, and we have a huge bombshell today to discuss that broke just a couple hours ago. We've talked about First Amendment stuff. I made a video yesterday about First Amendment related stuff and how social networking platforms interact with the right to free speech on multiple occasions on this channel. And I have screamed at the top of my lungs that these platforms sometimes do the work of the government. So remember, the First Amendment says Congress shall make no law abridging the freedom of the 5 fundamental freedoms, right? And that keeps the government from doing stuff to you. But if the government leans on a private entity to do its bidding, isn't that the same thing? Well, YouTube has admitted that they have engaged in censorship of its users at the behest of the previous administration. Today, I want to thank First Form for supporting the mission here at the VSO Gun Channel. This is a pro-freedom supplement and nutrition company that I use on a daily basis, whether it's their pre-workout products or it's their nutrition products like their meat sticks or the protein bars or something like that. We're talking about a company that has stripped a lot of the stupid ingredients out of their products. Like if you pick up their energy drinks, for instance, they pour out like water. No dyes, none of that extra crap that you can't identify in there. Just what you need to keep it going. I have a link that I will have listed in the pinned comment down below. That is an affiliate link that tells them that I sent you. Go check out their wares. Let them know that I sent you. And thanks again to First Form for supporting the ever-changing mission here at the VSO Gun Channel. This is from the House Judiciary Committee. Google vowed on Tuesday to offer YouTube accounts that were permanently banned for political speech the ability to be reinstated. And the big tech giant admitted that it once faced pressure from the Biden administration to remove content about COVID-19. My wife did not believe me when I said that there were still content restrictions on the back end of YouTube. Like when you upload a video, you have to basically self-categorize your video about what it contains. And if you get that wrong, then you kind of go in a timeout box. And if you get enough of those wrong, well, it basically slow walks your video in discovery. So if I upload a video and I say, oh, this video doesn't have guns in it, for instance, and it's got a bunch of guns in it, well, then YouTube says, well, you misidentified that video, and that means all future videos going forward will need to be reviewed more thoroughly before we can monetize them. But if I were to click on the thing that says, yeah, it's got a bunch of non-machine guns in it, but they're all being used safely in a controlled environment, then YouTube's like, oh, okay. And if that's what it is, then cool. But if it had a machine gun in it, then they'll be like, and this is completely ridiculous that these rules exist, but I'm not kidding. That's what they say. Then I can get dinged for that. And basically I'll be in the same kind of timeout box. So she did not believe me that those content restrictions were still there, and you still, to this day, could not talk about this kind of thing on YouTube, or you would get dinged for it. Senior Biden administration officials, including White House officials, conducted repeated and sustained outreach to Alphabet, which is the folks who own Google and YouTube, and pressed the company regarding certain user-generated content related to COVID-19 pandemic that did not violate its policies. The administration created a political atmosphere that sought to influence the actions of platforms based on their concerns regarding misinformation. It goes on to say that Meta said basically the exact same thing. We knew that that was a case when Zuckerberg testified. He was like, oh yeah, they forced us to do stuff. At first it was like, oh, okay, well, that's reasonable. And then they started pushing them like really hard. You will do this or else type thing. So I guess what I would like to talk about here today is if you think that this isn't going to happen again, then you are delusional. And this is the point that I have made repeatedly, time after time after time. Social networking platforms. I don't care who you are, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, etc., etc., etc. Delete your content guidelines. Delete them. Destroy them. Your community guidelines policy should be as follows. Don't do illegal shit. If it's legal, and it's legal where you did it, then that content should be available online. Like, for instance, let's just put it like this. Machine guns are absolutely illegal in the state of New York. Okay, you cannot have a machine gun in the state of New York. Even if you have gone through the legal process and all that sort of stuff, and you can comply with the NFA and all that sort of stuff, you can't have that there. But I can. And just because it's illegal in New York doesn't mean that it needs to be curtailed here, because we can do that sort of stuff here. I didn't violate any laws by doing that here, but if somebody in New York did it, well, then that could be considered illegal, and that would be the publishing of legal material. It's really not that complicated to figure out what the content guidelines should be, because if you guys continue to play this game, eventually another national tragedy is going to happen, and this time around, it's going to be your guys' balls on the chopping block. If you just treat your users as though they are speaking in a public forum versus you guys being a publisher and curating content, then you insulate yourself from all of that. And I've said this one time, I've said this 1,000 times. The internet is on the precipice of becoming a draconian nanny state. And if you guys aren't careful, then at some point in time, that script is going to flip on you. And you're going to find yourselves sued into oblivion because you've been curating content far longer than you should have been. This is your opportunity to roll all that back before the ire comes your way. Do I think that they'll listen to me? No, I really don't think that they will. But I have to say it again, because ultimately, I want the internet to be a place where people can express themselves freely without fear of reprisal and without any kind of government intervention. And this is just going to happen again if they continue to play this stupid game. Because when you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. So, with that, I told you they were doing it. I told you so.